So this is the trade that I took that made me around $257 today. So you can see two trades on the screen here. One was my conventional trade that I teach on my ebook, and it's the time and time again proven strategy that works. And if you just want to trade that will be more than enough based on your discipline and also ability to understand. I have completely covered up this strategy on my ebook. It's a simple strategy that if you understand the market structures, and also it will enable you to enable access to my Substack, where I will be doing daily trade recaps, and also it will be a continuous education for you for lifelong. So we can work on the Substack, and also you will receive newsletters, free newsletters on how I take trades, and also I'll be discussing other advanced concepts. So I think for $29, I think that'll be a great deal for you. So why I'm selling at $29 is to add value to what I'm doing, because these trading strategies took me so long of my time. Um, and I think I should add value to those, because I've tried giving things free of charge before and they've not worked really well for me, nor to my loved ones. So that's why I just sell it for $29. But in this recap, I clearly show that I've traded my number one method that I usually advise on futures, which is the range breakout after the open, and I use the fib tool as well. So it easily created a 1 to 1.5 profit ratio there. And also I took another trade here, which is not my standard setup method, but I'll be talking about that a bit as well. So here you can see so that's $257 here today. So based on the number of prop accounts, if you have prop accounts of, let's say, a number of 10, then you can multiply that by 10. That's about $2,500. So it was clearly a range breakout. I do take the retest. I never take market orders on the breakout. And the trade nicely played out, provided that it was a riskier trade. That's what I'll be teaching on my Substack, because the market was on a downtrend today. So the overall, the hourly and the 4 hourly SPX or the ES is on a downtrend. So I was quite hesitant to go on the bullish side, but the strategy is a strategy, the setup is a setup, and we do have clear rules to trade against the trend on this setup. So I have explained it clearly, real back tested results of me. So you don't have to go nowhere else. You can go and learn a lot of stuff, but if you really want to get profitable, now it's at your fingertips. So you can see in the 15-minute time frame, we headed nicely up. We are above the VWAP, which is this gray dotted line. But after taking our take profit, the price started dropping even faster than how we headed up to that point. So we did have a liquidity zone here, which is my step number two, method number two of trading. Which I would have taken a trade, but I was quite hesitant considering the context of the candlesticks, that it was heading down so fast. Also considering that the price was on a bearish trend overall, I thought it would actually break the VWAP and go down. I think which it will do after this retest of this high. But anyhow, which also I am on a sell trade here on my forex accounts. So that's a different story. But so provided that I entered a trade based on liquidity, it would have been a loss here. But I did enter a trade based on my order flow charts, based on my imbalances. That also I'll be teaching in my Substack later on. So where you could scalp certain markets. So you can see that's this order which I netted about $57. So this was 200 and this was 57. It was 257 altogether. I did exit the trade early on, considering that the price was heading down so fast and there were many sell order imbalances on these candles. So which everything I'll be teaching, is just $29 for you. Um, Even though the price did head up, and provided that we were in a trade that we would go up, you can see price nicely made lower lows here, and it broke structure. So based on my strategy, if I'm entering according to my method 2, which is liquidity based entry on a demand zone, I would want the price to come at least up to this liquidity zone here. uh, liquidity zone here, but it never came. It just went shot up through my shot up through the previous structure, so it was definitely a no entry for me. Although we see a nice retest with a red candle here on this trend line, it would have been entry, but I do not trade trend lines, because I'm not a good expert on it. I should backtest on that, but I feel trend lines are quite what do I say? Trend lines are quite variable when it comes to giving results, so I don't think there's a solid way to backtest or have an edge over trend lines unless you're in very long time frames like 4 hour or daily. Probably then you have an edge, because once to break a trend line in that sort of time frame, you need a lot of liquidity and orders breaking through those trend lines, and it's very unlikely that the trend lines would be broken again just to make just for a liquidity grab by institutions, even by the institutions. So that's my trade for today. So go and check my ebook on Gumtree, and also join my Substack. I think it's gonna add a lot of value for you.